What's up, Dragon Brood? So, today was a crazy day for me in my real life, away from the computer and the magic and everything else. But I still wanted to get some stream time in and decided I wanted to play something for y'all today. And I said, well, you know, as wacky as the day was, and we're starting a brand new season, let me see what I've got in the vault. And then there was actually this Codie deck that we played on stream for, I don't know, maybe an hour or two a couple weeks ago, and it didn't really work out too well. So I made a couple of adjustments, and then decided to play it, and then we had a heck of a lot of success. So then it was very strange. So I don't know what to make of it, but I figured this would be a fun video to show for everybody because, you know, why not? They get to play with Codie, and it's a new card, and people are probably wondering what the hell do you do with this thing? So that's what we're going to do today. You're going to get a Jeskai Codie list. So let's get into it. Hey y'all, one quick thing before we get into today's deck list. I just want to remind everybody that we are slowly starting to get back to where we're going to be doing some gaming here. As a matter of fact, some of you got to play F&M for the first time in your local stores in a year plus. That's awesome. Some of you are going to still need some sleeves because you haven't bought any sleeves or deck boxes or binders or playmats or anything in the last year and a half. Consider picking up some stuff from ultrapro.com or particularly shop.ultrapro.com. And the reason I mention is one, they are a partner of my content, which is amazing and I appreciate them, but they also sponsor a lot of really good content creators in the Magic space, so you'd be helping out a lot of other people as well. Also, if you see anything on the website that you would like, you can just take down the name and number and go to your local store, and they can order it for you. They will get their normal percentage like they always do. You still get something awesome. They make a sale. Ultra Pro sells a thing. Everybody's happy. They are big supporters of the local game store, and that's one of the reasons I like having them as a partner. So again, when you're going out looking for new sweet stuff to outfit your deck with, hey, pick up some Ultra Pro merch. Least you can do to help out. Now, let's get to the rest of the video. Okay, now one thing I will say about this deck is you have to understand is Codie is nice, but Codie is not necessary. So don't necessarily make every play about getting Codie into play because you will be able to play just fine without it. Codie's just one of those fancy enablers that if it does hit the table, you can then start doing really big things and rattle off 2, 3, 4 spells in a turn. So starting at the top, we're playing Fire Prophecy. Now I will say the downside I ran into with Fire Prophecy is that it doesn't really hit Planeswalkers, which is super annoying, but it does really help us. It's a 3 damage spell. It kills most creatures we need to. It keeps the ability to find other cards when we want to just get deeper and search for something. So it's still going to make the cut, hangs around for now. Prismari Command. This actually does a lot of things. I feel like every time I play this card in a deck over the course of like 2 or 3 hours, I use almost every part of this. And in different ways every time, which is also very nice. And the same thing applies in this deck. We actually do use the draw 2 quite a bit when you're looking for either one of your big spells, when you're looking for a Codie, you know, whatever. There's a few different things. And just being able to make a treasure allows us to play some of our more expensive things as well. Of course, Codie, Vociferous Codex, we're playing for. The thing about Codie is you can't play permanents if you cast it, so you don't really have any things that are permanents. You have some things that makes tokens, but no actual permanents. And you kind of got to dance around that a little bit. The only other thing I would say maybe you could do in this list is possibly play something like a, I don't know, Shark Typhoon, but we can talk about that later. One, Starnheim Unleashed, just because if you roll into the spell, you do get a 4/4 Angel, which is kind of nice. And sometimes if you foretell it, you know, late in the game, you get 3/4 Angels. Not a bad thing. Couple of Behold the Multiverse, just to draw some cards. Draconic Intervention. This is the tough one, because there are some times where not hitting a Planeswalker is a big deal. But what I do like about it is that it removes creatures so they don't go to the graveyard, which is nice. And that works against like rogues when you're talking about any of the white aggro decks that are playing Luris, stuff like that. So super good again, those situations. It even works well when you're talking about against Witherbloom decks, right? Because you need the creatures to die to trigger the things like Bastion, right? So if they just get exiled, they don't trigger any of those other things. So that's a big deal too. So it really has use against a few different things. And the best thing about it is you can also hit for 6 or 8 damage depending on what we have in our graveyard. So you can do more damage than you can with the other red sweepers that have existed. So just something to think about on that card. It's actually pretty nice and flexible. Now, we do have Experimental Overload. I'm 50-50 on this card. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I mean, we're playing it a lot of times as like a 3 or 4 power blocker, but being able to get back several of our spells can do really big things. Then we have Lorehold Command playing a full set of 4 because it's ridiculous in this deck, and honestly, it's going to be our win condition on more than one occasion. We're playing 1 Amaria's Call. Sometimes you'll get it for free. Sometimes you just cast it. Sometimes you're doing it with Codie. So why not? 4 Alrund's Epiphany, just because you can chain turns and do a bunch of crazy things in this deck. So big fan of that. We're playing 2 Inspired Ultimatum because it's an ultimatum. You know, like if we have the ability to cast it, let's do it. And then we have Magma Opus. And by now, I think we all know what this card is. You know, discarding to get the treasure is awesome. Getting to use the actual spell at instant speed is awesome. So it does a lot of things in here. Lands, we're playing 1 Castle Ardenvale, 2 Plains, 1 Castle Vandrus, 2 Island, 2 Mountain, 4 of each Hinge Gate pathway and Riverglide pathway, and 3 Needle Verge pathway. We're playing 2 Rogran Triome and 3 Fable Passage. So we got a lot going on there as far as lands, but they all are pretty versatile and helpful. As usual, I'm going to say catch me on the back end of the games because I do have some updates I want to talk about on this list. And we have a card spotlight for you. So let's get to the games. Like, I want to play Codie here, but the problem is if we do, the opponent can play an Apparition, and then they'd be able to attack with the Heliod, and we just lose this. So I'm going to go ahead and just target this. Oh, I have to target a player. So we gain the life first. Deal 5 damage to that. Like I said, I don't love that, honestly. But one of these will be a land. We can at least play a land here, so that's fine. Oh, I already did play a land for the turn. No attacks. We're just on blocking duty here. I think we're going to do better. Get rid of... Man, I kind of want all these. This. Because we can still do Draconic Intervention and get rid of stuff if they do try to set up this Heliod to do something. But if not, we'll probably just play Codie and then have access to a Prismari command. Ooh, that's not bad either, though. That is not bad either. Just trying to think how creative I want to get here, honestly. Because then we take extra turns. Then we play a Magma Opus. I think we're pretty good here. I think we're pretty good. So let's just not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just take our time. Pass the turn. We're just not even going to cast Codie here. I don't think there's a real reason. Because we can just Fire Prophecy the Alseed. Hey, can't sleep? Man, I feel you. Like, I'm very fortunate. When I'm tired, I just crash out. But, man, I totally feel you when that goes down. All right, let's go ahead and just kill the Alseed. Actually, if I kill the Alseed, I'm going to do it with this. Because this is just more mana. And I am just going to make a treasure. Just so I have all the mana I need on the coming turns. If I want to do 2 or 3 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I mean, I guess I do that, and I just Fire Prophecy Lurrus. We'll just decline. Well, that's neat. Don't really need it, but it's neat. So we can play this. Play this. Attack for 2. Alright, so we got a Fire Prophecy. So we can 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, so let's do this. We can foretell this. I think we attack with everything. Now, they can play Apparition and something and try to bring Heliod to life here, which we know is a possibility. Broodmoth. All right. That's one way you could go about it. I mean, can't target Heliod. Heliod's not a creature yet, opponent. All right. Oh, you can't target it as an enchantment. Totally forgot. That is a legal thing you can do. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. Now we're on Codie action. Now, I've considered doing this, but I think just because we have the Magma Opuses in hand, we're just going to do this. Deal 4. Yeah, just deal 4 that. Tap that. And that. Ooh, we get a lower hold command. Did we just end the game? Nah, not quite. Let's see. Haste. So we can make 3/2 and give everything +1/+1. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. Let's make a 3/2. Let's give everything +1/+0. There we go. Ooh, what do we do with this? I feel like we could get away with Draconic Intervention because we have Magma Opus, so I'm going to keep this. Thanks for the like, by the way. Alright. Hate that we have to do this, but I think we have to. We got to set ourselves up for success. We might have to do a turn 3 big... Oh, what? What? I don't know what's happening. A goose into a mass vandal. We could run Goldspan instead of Codie, but like I said, Codie allows some fun stuff to happen. Alright. There's a Codie. How likely are you to fight a Codie if I put it down? Actually, I almost don't care, though, because like if I incentivize them to fight a Codie, then we get to use Draconic Intervention anyway. So, I mean, I guess it's fine. I mean, they might, like, ram... They might just Gym Razor here. I mean, if they do, then we'll go ahead and Draconic Intervention and just wipe out everything. Though, who knows? They might Gargaroth or something instead. I mean, they have plenty of mana. So mana is not the problem. I mean, the only good news is we'll lose Codie, but we do get something out of it at least. Like, we'll at least Draconic Intervention and then get a free spell. So we can do that, and that's not awful. Opponent? What are we doing? Opponent's putting a lot of thought into this. Oh, it's a Vivian. Well, unfortunately, Draconic Intervention does not hit Planeswalkers. So that's a real problem. That makes us very sad.
To meet my friend, Stompy.
Alright. I need to think about this now then. Whew, okay. I was going to Draconic Intervention, but now we have Vivian to worry about. Do we... I mean, even if we Lore Hold Command, that doesn't do much. I mean, like, we can do it, it just, what does it get us? You know what I mean? It might still be the right answer, though. As much as we don't want it to be. Man, this actually kind of sucks, because it makes this... I think I did that wrong. I should have played the Castle Ardenvale here and just use Codie. Yeah. I kind of goofed up, because I kept us from being able to cast this Inspired Ultimate, maybe. I think I still got to get red, just in case Codie's not on the board later. I'm going to do this. I'm going to gamble. We're going to deal 3. I'm going to make a 3-2. Yeah, all right. Well, this kills a creature, I guess. Yeah. I actually don't want to get rid of any of these cards, though. All right, so the good news is we might... No, we still need another turn to be able to Inspired Ultimatum to take out Vivian. All right, there's a Vorinclex. Actually, this works out then. This could have been a lot worse. All right, so we're going to get hit with that and a Questing Beast, I'm sure. So we'll take 10. And then we'll just have to hope they don't have another Vorinclex in hand. If it's not a Questing Beast, we're probably in pretty good shape. I mean, I guess I could get like a Gargaroth. But that'd be less damage, so I'm okay with that. Ha 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 ha. We don't really need Codie. That was never part of our plan, opponent. You fell right into our trap. And they didn't even attack with Vorinclex. We got so much good value out of that turn. It was amazing. We couldn't have asked for more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and we get to cast Inspired Ultimatum next turn. This is amazing. Actually, here's a question. Do we attack with the Spirit? See if they block with Vorinclex, and then we don't have to remove Magma Opus? We could just remove the Lorehole command? Oh, they didn't even bite. Opponent was like, nah, I saw you already had Fire Prophecy. You're not going to get me. Which, to be fair to the opponent, that's a good block. Like, good on them. Alright, now if they just have another, this is just going to suck. Like, if it's like -2 Vivian Vorinclex, like, ah, well. Yeah, had they attacked with a Questing Beast, I would have chump blocked it. Because I knew I was going to give up my creature anyway. Uh-oh, I think they are going to. Oh, no, they just +1. I was like, whew, it was about to get bad. I was worried for a second.
I call, and Ikoria answers.
Old Growth Troll. Actually, that's a good card for them to have here, actually. Okay. So we have to take out Vivian. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're at 19, so that's reasonable. We'll gain 5. We'll target Vivian to kill her. Hopefully they just don't have another. Well, that's not awful.
I'm done.
We could have done much worse there. So we can Experimental Overload plus either Primal Command, Prismari Command, or, well, another. That's not bad either. I kind of like that. We'll put that on red so we're able to play the other command when we're ready, or Ultimatum. So let's do this first. We'll destroy something, and do we even want a treasure? Or do I want 2 cards? Alright, let's do that. Target a creature, we'll kill that, and then we'll draw some cards. And this just puts a Force Spell in the yard, so we get something with our Experimental Overload. Okay, stuff we didn't really want or need anyway. So we'll just scrap that, I guess. It's not a big deal. I think we're in pretty good shape here, though, now. I mean, we're at 16. We're going to have access to 5 more life if we want it. 8 more life. Probably get back. Do we want Inspire Ultimatum? We'll probably just get Lorehole Command, actually. Because we can just use it to give creatures indestructible and whatnot, too. Oh, unless they're going to ram through instant speed. Last card they had in hand. Okay, fair enough. Not going to worry about it too much. We might just back-to-back Lorehole commands in, where you make a 3-2, give it +1 and indestructible, do it again the next turn. I'll keep that in case we want to cycle, maybe. Well, actually, maybe not, because we might want to Inspire Ultimatum and shoot something next turn. So that would be relevant. Even 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5. So we actually could do that here. Okay. This is going to be a pretty solid turn for us. I mean, unless they have another ram through, then it's like, oh, well. Like, what do you do? Uh-oh. What's the opponent setting up here? Anytime the opponent's highlighting their stuff and looking like they're counting mana, that's not good. This might be like Primal Might, where we have to shoot it. Oh, Exponential Growth. Oh, Jeebus. Okay. Well, I guess it's a good thing we held on to this. We'll deal 3 to it and make a 3-2. So deal damage to that. We'll make a 3-2. Then we'll shoot it. We won't get rid of anything. So now we can block and trade. Now all they do is just get a troll back at some point. We're not really worried about that. I will gladly trade. Oh, if the opponent gets the troll back now, that's really bad. Oh, you can't, because you have to tap the land that the troll's on, right? Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely blocking. Like, there was never in question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Let's wait on that. Let's go ahead and foretell this. And then we'll just pass. So now we're in a situation where we can do what we were talking about last time. Well, they couldn't make the troll anyway. So yeah, maybe I could have done something else. Oh, Battle Mammoth. Okay. That's a thing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and draw 2. It still leaves us 5 mana if we want to do this. Sure. I'll take Codie just for grins. Why not? Didn't need that other land, though. Do want to cycle it. Okay, if we pay 3 for Codie, that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could do this as a 6/6. And then just trade. Or we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could play this as a 6/6 and then yeah, alright. Sure. We'll cycle this. So many options here. So many options. More land we don't really want or need, but that's okay. Now we're getting to the point the opponent's going to be in a lot of trouble. What do we even get? I guess we just get Lorehold Command at this point. Like, we don't want to draw too many more cards. I mean, we're at 31, but like, meh. Not even going to play Codie here. Because now we're in pretty good shape. We can make a Lorehold Command, or make a 3-2, give all my creatures +1 and indestructible. Stop the opponent's team. Take a minimal amount of damage. And then they're kind of done after that, I think. Oh, look, a Vorinclex. That's a thing. Well, that wasn't part of our plan. I guess we'll be blocking differently on this turn. Make a 3/2. Give all my stuff a bonus. We'll block the Vorinclex. We'll block here. We'll take 6. Opponent will get a card because we're going to target their Mammoth. Or maybe we don't. We can just remove Lorehold Command. Alright, I'm down. Do this. Remove the Lorehold Command. Playing 5 to everything. And then do this. Alright. If they get us somehow. I don't think they can, though. Not with one card. Think they're in trouble now. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, we keep this. I assume. like I think so. Enter tapped. I was about to say if I don't deal with that, I'm gonna feel bad, but then we drew another Fire Prophecy, so we might just Prophecy, kill the first couple things they play. Alright. Raptor, you got to go. Decline. We actually want to cast those Epiphanies at some point. Well, that's a good one to have. Let's go with that. I like that. That actually makes it worked out better. So next turn we can use 2 for the Prophecy and put 1 in for Tell. I like that. That makes me less happy, but we need to use these the best way we can, so let's go ahead and make a treasure. Shoot that duder. The opponent kept a very aggressive 1 mana hand, but they did have a ton of spells, so good on them, I guess. Oh, they ran out of 1 mana things. I almost didn't even want to use it on that, but they're dead anyway. Opponent gets to go first. I feel like we still have to keep this, sadly. Okay. We might get run over in this one, though, with no removal cards early. Oh, we're definitely going to get run over in this one. Oh, actually, maybe not. Draconic Intervention is a good card to have. If this is like any type of Witherbloom type deck, this is good. Okay. As long as we don't lose too much early, this could be pretty significant. Don't think we can jump to Epiphany yet. Much as I want to. I think we do this. We play Codie the next turn. So if they do have a way to remove Codie, it just costs them a card or whatever. And slows them down a turn. Ooh, do they not have anything? They might have a Bastion. They might have kept like a double Bastion hand and just don't have anything here. Oh, there's a Lovestruck Beast. That's not what I expected to see there. Okay. Huh. Alright, alright. I'm trying to figure out what's happening on the opponent's side of things here. I kind of want to just use Draconic Intervention now, but I kind of don't. I'm going to do this. Because if they don't have an answer for Codie, then we could just try to do something really big next turn. Especially if we draw a land. Now, if they do have something for it, so be it. We just wipe the board the next turn. Oh, now they can sack with Dina and then hit us with the, whatever that is, the spear. Oh, it's Bastion. Hey, that could have been a lot worse. Smart. Okay. Now what do we do? Man, I wish that Lorehold Command would have been an untapped land so badly, because we could have actually Auron's Epiphany here and gone like real big. And now I'm trying to just think about like how greedy can we be? Because if they have like a plum in their hand or something, then this gets kind of silly, because then they'll get extra damage off of Dina. So as much as I don't want to, I think we just have to go ahead and use this. Kind of sucks, but I think we need to. I really was hoping that was going to be a land from... Oh, crap. I can't do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the wrong... I don't have the other... I just cost ourselves a game. I had to just do this straight up. Ah, crap. Okay, well, I'm already in it now. Let's do this. Okay, we're just going to make the most of what we can, I guess. Take two, make a treasure, right? No, we draw cards here. Because we still haven't played a land. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, Lord. Oh, we are in trouble. We are in so much trouble. We got to get rid of the Ultimatum, because we're not going to cast that anytime soon. And probably one of these Experimental Overloads. Ooh, that was bad. Oh, that was bad. That was disastrous, actually. Oof. Oof. Ugh. Okay. Well, on the plus side, we could get rid of the opponent's creatures again. And we can do it for 3. So that's not the worst thing. I mean, maybe that's the correct play. Alright, so we're kind of Intervention for 3. I don't have anything for 1, so that's not going to work. I mean, 3 is like the cheapest we can do. Could do 2 if we had a Fire Prophecy in the yard. What if... Oh, I know, I thought about that too. Like, could I just attack for 2 and see if they'll double or triple block? But actually, I want to save the life here, actually. So let's just get rid of this. There it is, promotion. I was like, I know I just saw it. I love, though, how it puts the higher cost things on top for us, though. I do like that, so, like, you just don't have to look for the most expensive thing. No, I wanted to, but the problem was I don't want to wait, because if they had something like Plum the Forgotten or whatever, we would have taken 6 or 8. They would have ended up gaining a bunch of life, getting a bunch of cards. Like, it could have got pretty ugly. And now at least their hand's pretty reduced. We know there's a Lovestruck Beast, but like, eh. What else do you got? Alright, so we can make a 4/4. Get back the other Experimental Overload. I mean, it's not really much we want to get back here with no mana. We could also just kill the 1/1 that they get so they can't attack, and when you just lose 2 that way. It's like, that's an option. Maybe that's what we do, because that's probably better for us. And then it puts another spell in the yard, and then we'll have a 5/5 to at least try to fight the Lovestruck Beast, which is probably smarter. Now, if they just play, like, whatever the thing is that makes 2 1/1s, 2 pests, then, like, whatever. Alright, that's a 1/2, so still not attacking. We're going to lose 4 to that silly thing, but I think we need to. Much as I don't want to. They're going to sacrifice it. Draw 2 cards. Oh, no, they're just going to plum both of them. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. Guess I should have just waited till they're complete end step, huh? Alright, we're at 9. I'm going to assume we're mostly okay here. We're going to go ahead. If we take an extra turn here. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trying to think, what are the odds of us getting another land? We might still just be dead at 9 life. We might have to use this to just gain life, unfortunately. Boy. Alright. I don't know how we're going to come back from this. These do help us gain some life, and that is very important. But I don't know if that's just going to be enough. Alright. Let's deal 3, do this. So this offsets some of the damage we would be taking. And if they have another plum, so be it. Alright. We currently have no other 1/1s, which is good. So we can hit the Love Struck piece. We would lose 2, but we'd gain 5. They still have this. We go to 14 minus 2. We're at 12. I don't think they could do enough with just those cards. Unless this is yet another plum plus something. But if it is, so be it. If you got it, opponent. Like, if you just have it, I will let you have it. Okay, they don't. That is very important. Especially with us having an Auron's Epiphany and access to a Draconic Intervention. Alright, and we still have access to 3 more life. And some chump blockers. And we can get back one of our life gain spells if we need to. Ooh, another Lorehole command. Never mind, we may not have to. I guess I'll go ahead and use this. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not going to leave us any room to do anything here. So we'll just attack first. See how they feel about it. Opponents had so much damn life, too, from these damn bastions. Okay, more mana. I mean, do we just get an Inspire Ultimatum, or do we just get we probably just get another Lorehole command, right? It's 4 and 4. Can't really do much with that. I mean, we could, like, Prismari command. Alright, either way. We're going to be attacking. I mean, the other option, too, is we could just... We can't quite go for lethal next turn, can we? Right? Let's see. End of their turn. Shoot them for 3. Puts in the 17. We make a 3/2. Then the next turn, assuming they don't play creature, we shoot them for 3. Put them to 14. 11. 8. 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay, we could. We have some ways we can make that happen. With the Lorehole command plus Prophecy. Or Lorehole command plus Prismari command. Yeah, alright. We just pass. I'm good with that. We're at enough life. Okay, they only have 1 card left. I'm not too concerned about it. Oh, and they're attacking. Great. Great. Well, now they have to find a kill card. Deal 3, make a creature. Like, I'm not even going to shoot their eye twitch here. Deal 2, make a treasure. We're just going for all the damages. Make a 3/2, give everything +1 in haste. Great. And I think we're good just holding here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do this for 4. There's nothing they're going to have that's going to kill us here, honestly. Yeah, there's no point in doing anything. Just pass. Only thing that could happen is they have some kind of weird sweeper or an Ugin or something, and we'd just be walking into a trap. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. We will kill that. Yes, they'll gain 2, but whatever. Oh, well, there's a Magma Opus. That just makes it all that much easier. We'll just attack. And then we'll just do this. Alright. So once damage happens, I won't even get the triggers yet. So, yep. You dead. Alright. This is just a crazy moment. Like, having to come all the way back after they've already wiped the board, after they've used an Emergent Ultimatum. They wiped out our graveyard. They cast Yorion. They're clinging desperately to try to find a card now. Probably to try to kill that. Okay. Let's... do it. Let's see what we find. Oh, what? Why did it tap our blue mana? Oh, no. Why? Why would you do that? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you drunk, Arena? What the hell? Alright. How about this? That works a lot better. Because then we can actually cast the dang spell we're trying to cast. Oh, all we got was an experimental overload for nothing. The one card we didn't want to draw. Oh, gosh. I mean, I'll just play it so it goes to the graveyard. Oh, it actually exiles itself. So we don't get okay, we got another Epiphany, though. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this is crazy. This is not the way I wanted to chain these turns here. And I'm not, gosh damn it. Why? Why? Why is this? Oh my goodness. Ah, that's brutal. That's brutal. Oh, well, this would have been great last time. All right. Well, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, you're kidding. We found all 3 of the last experimental overload. At least now we get a 1/1 and get this back, I guess. But my goodness. That's phenomenally bad. I mean, we're going to put the opponent at 1. Oh, actually, you know, in hindsight, I screwed up. I didn't have to use Codie, and I could have won there, actually. That's my mistake. I could have attacked for a little more. All right. Well, the good news is, even if they have a sweeper, I guess they have to gain life with their... Oh, actually, do they even have creatures? Oh, they do have creatures, because they have... Oh, no, because we exiled them. Wow, this is awesome. That's awesome. All right, so we did include that last game, just a little snippet there against the Ultimatum deck, because it was a kind of a long game, but it was pretty cool to actually be able to come back and win, even after they resolved Ultimatum's cast. Yorion, you know, really went out, swept our board, so that was a cool just finish that game I wanted to show. Now, for the deck, I would consider maybe taking out something like the Starnheim Unleashed, the Amaria's Call, and seeing if maybe playing 1 or 2 copies of something like the Shark Typhoon is reasonable, because if you don't have Codie, you can go ahead and just play the Shark Typhoon, but also cycling is nice. When you do have it late, it could be a good finisher. Also, maybe, you know, look at the possibility that Inspired Ultimatum may not be the card to go with. It's possible that we want to cut that out, or maybe even cut 1 just so we can play an additional copy of Magma Opus and just play 4 of those. Because it turns out we're getting that treasure quite a lot. So those are some things to consider. If you don't like some of those card choices, those are some things you can do to switch things up a little bit, make it a little better for you. Now, for today's card spotlight, I do want to talk about something interesting here. We're going to use the example of Crashing Footfalls here. And the reason is, one of the things I considered whenever Modern Horizons 2 came out is that we would possibly be in a situation where we would be kind of capitalizing on things in Modern Horizons 1 that necessarily didn't see a lot of play early on. And what we're seeing is cards like Crashing Footfalls Crashing Footfalls have already increased in price from $1 to like $4 on a lot of sites already. And that's largely because this is a card that people didn't pick up in the beginning, so there's not a lot of them necessarily floating around, especially during COVID when a bunch of people weren't trading bulk rares in and getting rid of these. And then you also have the idea that we've seen more Cascade stuff. So whenever you get the Cascade and play stuff for free, well, getting 2 Rhinos 4/4s for free is pretty damn good. So I think it's cards like this you're going to see starting as we get more cards revealed for Modern Horizons 2, that we're going to have to keep looking back at Modern Horizons 1 and see kind of what were the intentions of these cards, and does that make some older stuff valuable. Now, don't forget, if you want today's deck list, you can get it in the description below. I also recommend that everybody check through our description, because I leave a lot of links in there for all types of stuff, including my different streams if you want to come by, or if you just want to check things out and come by my Discord. That's all there, and you can do that as well. But one thing I do want to request wholeheartedly and sincerely is, if you haven't, please remember to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because those really help me out and let you get notified every time I have a video up. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.